Today, we're going on a very special journey, right to the beginning of everything. Long before there were houses, schools, or toys, we're going to learn about the story of the world's first family. Have you ever heard of Adam and Eve? Then come with me. The Bible tells us that, in the beginning, God created the heavens, the earth, the seas, the bright stars, and that enormous sun that illuminates our days. When everything was ready, God did something even more special. He formed the first man from the dust of the earth and gave him life. His name was Adam. With great love, God prepared a wonderful place for Adam to live. This place was called the Garden of Eden. It was a beautiful garden, full of trees with delicious fruits, colorful flowers, and animals of all kinds. There were lions, birds, bunnies, zebras, and Adam took care of everything with great joy and responsibility. God was talking to Adam and gave him an important instruction. You may eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, but there is a special tree called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You must not eat from it. But God realized that Adam was alone, so he decided to make someone to always be by his side. God made Adam fall into a deep sleep and, from one of his ribs, created the first woman, Eve. When Adam woke up, he was very happy. Now they had each other's company and lived in harmony, taking care of the garden and talking to God every day. However, something sad was about to happen. A very clever serpent approached Eve and began to ask questions. It tried to confuse Eve, saying that God was not telling the truth about the forbidden fruit. Eve was in doubt. The fruit looked so beautiful and appetizing, so she decided to taste it. Then, she also offered it to Adam, who ended up eating it. At that moment, everything changed. They realized that they had disobeyed God. They felt fear and shame and tried to hide. They used leaves to cover themselves and moved away from God's presence. When God called them, he asked what had happened. Adam blamed Eve, and Eve said she had been deceived by the serpent. As a consequence of their disobedience, God had to remove them from the Garden of Eden. Now, Adam would have to work hard to get food, and life would no longer be as easy as before. But do you know what's most beautiful about this story? Even with their disobedience, God never stopped loving humanity. That's why, much later, he sent Jesus, his son, to save us and bring us closer to him again. Today, we can have a relationship with God, just as Adam and Eve had in the beginning. Wow, what an incredible story, isn't it, friends? It teaches us that obeying God and our parents is very important because our choices always have consequences. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, share it with a special friend, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any adventures here in the Garden of Bible Stories.